Hey, welcome everybody to EDU 307. My name's Dr. McVeary. Most people call me Dr. Mac. I'm fine with any of that. This class, if EDU 305 and 407 are about the teaching of reading as a science, this is about the teaching of reading as a passion, about an exploration of humanity and children's literature, and what it means to really reach out and discover books. Our big question is, why do stories endure? Why are the same stories that we tell 2,000 years ago still relevant today? For example, let's take, who's like a recent superhero? Jessica Jones. I'm trying to think of some kind of popular superheroes. Well, let's go with Harry Potter. What are like Harry Potter, Superman, and Zeus? What do they all have in common? What do you guys think? Harry Potter, Superman, Zeus. What are some of the things they have in common? They
have power.
They have magical powers. Okay, that's one thing. What else? They have the mission to solve. So they have powers. They have missions. What else? Two. What's the same about all three of them? They're all white males. So that, part of our hero narrative is you got to think about when you're talking about children's literature, whose stories are amplified and whose stories have never been told. I don't think would have Harry Potter worked 20 years ago. I mean, Harry Potter's now, what, 20 years old? If that was a black kid from Detroit, it may not have made the series. How many times do you see underrepresented cultures in fantasy novels? Percy Jackson. I mean, not that often. What else about Harry? They're all what? What else about Superman, Harry Potter, and Batman? Or Zeus. Or Hercules, I should say, not Zeus. Again, they're all male. And, Hercules is, they made Hera out his mother to, or no, Hera was always after him because she was jealous because Zeus was always stepping out on her. Do you guys know anything else? What happened to Superman's parents? What happened to Batman's parents? They died. Harry Potter? They died. Hercules' parents? Died. See, so they're the same character. We've been telling the same story for about a few thousand years. This is the hero archetype in Western culture. And certain cultures get amplified, certain voices get amplified, and we're going to really discover those pathways and look at famous children's literature. And why aren't we bringing in tales from other cultures into our hero archetypes? What happens to other cultures? Is a tattoo a form of literature? And we're going to kind of really explore those questions. But the purpose of today's lesson is to really go over the workflow of the class. Everybody in here was sent a link to a Slack channel, correct? All right. And everybody was sent, there's a link to the class website and the class syllabus there. And basically, the way this class works, there's a workflow, right? There's 3 points. You have your personal blog, which we're going to set up next. That's too high. You have your personal blog. This is really not easy. Oops, the G's backwards. I guess the G is correct, but it's really hard to write backwards. So you have your personal blog. That's where you're going to be doing all of your reflecting, all of your writing. This is a W class. And each week, you're going to have posts to write. Then we have, that's your hub. This is your digital space. This is where your learning is going to live. Then we have all right, people on the screen, you're just going to have to watch me write backwards because I just can't do it, I don't think. There we go. I challenge you all to write backwards. Then we have Slack. This is our hangout spot. This is where you're going to send your links. You're going to write on your personal blogs, and you'll just post your link to Slack. I'll use what's called an RSS feed. So every time you publish a writing, it's automatically going to be added to the channel. But you want to sit and you want to talk about what other people are writing, and you're going to want to talk about what other people are doing. And you can just hang out. Like, we're going to make that space a really fun spot. Then we have the class website. All right, and the links to this are all pinned in Slack, and I'll show you each of those and the website. So it kind of goes like this. This is your library. This is where you go to check out the books that we're going to read. You don't do anything there. You just find out the assignments and you read on the web, and you find out what you need to read on the website. You might have to annotate, and I'm going to talk about the annotation tool in a second. And then you write your reflection on the personal blog, and then we get together in our coffee shop in Slack where we hang out. So it's a simple workflow. Read, write, participate. All right, any questions so far? Okay, so let's look at I'm going to go to the class syllabus first. But let me show you how you can get there from our Slack channel. So let me share my screen. And if I go over here to Slack, oh, that's crazy looking. All right, let me minimize that. And if I go to Slack here, all right, if you click, see this little pin? Oh, you guys aren't looking at my screen. But do you guys see that little pin up top that says the number 3? It's at the very top of the channel. It's on the Slack, not on the website. But it'll say pins up at the top. All right? If you go there, then it will say 3 pinned items. And here's a link to join the annotation group, link to the syllabus, and a link to the class. Over on the left, you'll see all the channels. And there's the book chats, the introductions, the randoms, the readings for talking about the readings. So that's where you'll do, all of your hangouts and everything like that. So you could just post, you can find everything there. And now I'm going to open up the now I'm going to go ahead and open up the what should we do, hickeys? Oh yeah, sorry, the syllabus. So I'm on, so it's just EDU 307 syllabus. Oops, that's 106. You can click on it. I'll walk over. I have it linked everywhere for you. Yep, and it also pinned up here. And then the pop-up over there. Anything I pin will be there. So anything that's important, I put in one place for you. We'll find everything that you need. So you can click on the syllabus and you can follow right along. The syllabus is pretty arranged by, the course will bring you to the class, the stream will bring you to our Slack channel, you have your objectives, your units of study. I do have to change some of the due dates. I didn't get that far in updating them, but it goes through each of the projects. Now, I already went over the blogging to get the writing intensive requirement done, but you'll also do a genre study where you're going to pick a genre of children's literature. So say you pick poetry, and you'll write an informational text on how do you write poetry, and then you'll write a collection of poetry. So you're doing both the nonfiction and the fiction pieces to it. Same thing if you picked realistic fiction or fantasy. Because you need to, as teachers, model and mentor these skills for students. The whole time you're doing that, you'll be writing blog posts reflecting on the writing process. Like, how did you pre-write? How did you draft? How did you revise? How did you publish? But that's not till way later in the semester. You'll also be doing book reviews where you're going to pick two famous children's authors and books, and you'll write books about those. And then you will be doing, as a group later in the semester, once we go through all the basics, you'll be put into small groups. And I will teach the poetry unit, but then you guys take over the rest of the class. And you design the online module for the class. And then you spend the week teaching us that genre. You handle all the discussion questions. So you will be in charge of the class the second half of the semester. There's two major pathways through the class. You'll complete both of them. One's the reader and one's the writer. I mean, it's children's literature. Throughout this class, you're going to be reading a lot of children's books. You're going to pick 5 different books from 3 different genres. You're going to find yourself into a book clubs. You're going to self-organize into book clubs, or I might put you in your own book clubs. So what happens when I let people self-organize, or the people on campus join groups and the commuters join a group, and so I might decide to just put you in groups for your reading groups. And by the end of the semester, you just have to read 5 books together and talk about what you read. And we already talked about that you're going to do the writing and what's involved in that. So there's that element of reading children's literature, and there's that element of the writers class, right? And now everything is so connected. So no matter if you're on the Slack channel or if you're on the class website or the class syllabus, you can get back to everything else. I'm going to click on the course to show you folks the course now. And if you're on mobile, there's a little menu here that will open up. You can click on the side there, and it's set up like this. So, what is children's literature? This first week you have nothing to do except getting set up. So between now and Wednesday, you just have to join everything, get set up, and that's it. You can start on the readings if you want, but we'll talk about that. So if you click on what is children's literature, you'll see how every unit is set up the exact same way. All right. There's an overview with the objectives. Then there's a series of readings. Some of them are videos, and some of them are readings. Occasionally, you will be asked to annotate. Each semester, each module, you'll annotate one of the pieces using our online annotation tool. I'm going to show you how that works today too as well. So you see how the readings are right there? All right. Then you have the tasks, and each, just like here, it's set up with you read, you write, and you participate. All right, so your performance task for this first module is just share a definition of literacy without words. Or in many ways, explain what storytelling is, using the metaphor of alchemy. So I try to give you a little bit of choices, and each module will last a week. Everything is due Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. All right, now, this is an online class. If you sit down to start at 11:30, you're not going to do well because you need to hang out and participate. Our classroom time is you relaxing and talking to people in Slack about what they wrote or leaving comments on their blogs, okay? Any questions so far? Let me just check in on the online classes. All right, there's no viewers yet. All right, so next, I'm going to show you how easy it is. And if you need a computer, if you don't want to work your phone, I can grab you one as well.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. The due date's wrong. I just said that. I need to update it from last
I was
semester.
like, you just said Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to fix the due dates. That's all. That will be done tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I need to plug in my computer. Let's see how far I can make it. What was I about? Oh yeah, how to sign up for a WordPress blog. This is super easy. So if you just go, all you need to do is go to wordpress.com. I'll wait for everybody to get there. Anybody already have a blog from another class or anything? Anybody from their own personal lives? I think it's really important as future teachers to start building up your portfolio now. I'm going to show you how to do it for free, but I encourage you each to buy your own domain and host your own website. So when you graduate, you'll have a history of 4 years of all of your digital learning that you can show schools that will hire you, because they're going to want to see that you have the technical skills. So I think it's very important to start building up your online portfolio, your online presence now. Get involved in different Twitter chats, get involved in blogging, be a reflective practitioner. Demonstrate that your growth as a student through documenting your journey of teaching. Because it's the same way you're going to have to teach when you get out in the real world. So all you do is you're up here, and you're going to click on, I should get over there. You'll click on Get Started. All right? And you're going to want to start with a blog. All right? And you pick a theme. So my crown, make sure everybody gets there. All right? All right? I mean, you don't have to, this is all voluntary. You don't even have to be here now if you don't want to. You don't want to try that. The people who do well in this class, though, are the ones that attend this meeting. I mean, it's super helpful. So now you just have to add a keyword for your blog. So maybe I'll call it Dr. Max Children's Lit Corner, whatever you want to call it, Children's Literacy Corner. Whatever you want to do. And then you can pick the free account. A plug is up in my office. Where are the keys?
Oh, no, just like do a new tab. Just like Wordpress. Oh,
Yeah. There's WordPress.com. Sorry, I'm looking for the keys. There they are.
oh, so we got other.
Can you choose a theme?
Yeah.
Is anybody using a MacBook on their power cable on? You don't have your power cable on, do you? Otherwise, I have to go upstairs. Oh, perfect. No, I think you're just going to go. Yeah, no, you won't. I'm going to run upstairs. Hey, online people, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I make it in time before my computer went out? Let's see. All right. So you're on WordPress.com. Hello, everybody. Sorry for that delay. And did you come up with a keyword or some kind of URL? Okay. So then you just click Start with Free. Enter in your email address. I can't use your Southern one. I can't because I've done it already. So I'm just using a Gmail one. And you click Continue. And that's it. And it will make your website. You can go to view your site. And you can start writing. That's all you need to do. It will walk you through step by step everything that you need to do. You can add different themes. There's a whole bunch of different stuff that you can set up. And you'll set up your blog posts over time. Because I'll show you what you need to do to get a good grade in this class. Is everybody at least got with me to there? All right. Then when you want to write a post, you can just sign in and you click on the Write button. And it's like if you can do Microsoft Word or Google Docs, you can do WordPress. And then when it's published, you just will share your link. Well, I'll have it already. And I'll have you post it. So the first message I will post. Now I'm going to go over and show people how Slack works. All right. So here's our Slack channel, and I'm in the general. And there's all these channels over here, blog comments, blog feed. So I will say, once you make your blog, post a link to the URL in the blog feed channel. So once you get your blog set up, and we'll see if you can post a message over into that channel. Marisol's already got her picture up. Look at that. She's flying. It didn't work. I like the last one. And so I will work with you, and we'll learn this. I mean, this is week 1, and I'm going to be here with you guys the entire time to help you figure out how all this stuff works, and what you need to do. Oh, look at that! We already have a kudos. Emily has already shared her thing, her blog post. And I do go a little gift crazy. I apologize, but it's fun. Yep, just put your link there, because then I will turn those into a RSS feed, and then every time you make a post, it'll automatically get posted for you. All right, everybody. Yep, it'll automatically. You're going to write a blog post, and it will just show up for the rest of the class to see. And you won't even have to share the link a second time. Yep, so Tori put hers in the general channel. Tori, make sure, put it in the blog feed channel.
Where's the blog feed?
If you click over on channels,
You have to click on hashtag.
hit the plus button. So to add a channel, when I'm saying that, you can just click on the channels, and then it should list them all. And then, oh yeah, you don't want to make a channel. So if you click plus, here's channels right here. Browse all channels. and then you can just join channel there, okay? So what you do is, and thank you so much for your help. Yeah, so that's if you guys can make all of your own channels and everything. Yeah. And then if you click on browse channels, you can see all the different channels that we have. Like the introductions channel, I'd like you all eventually just to describe yourself in the intro channel when you get a chance. And you eventually will make a channel for each module. So there'll be one for, fantasy, one for poetry, and we'll just hang out into those channels. It's gonna work so much better than, the discussion boards in Blackboard and the downloading, and all of the links will be there. The only other two things, let me turn, I did that tutorial, so I'll go back to my.
So we should join all these channels.
You don't have to join them all, but eventually, at least the only ones you need to really be in is just the general for now, and then the blog feed. But the other ones, some of them will be fun, some of them, I'll tell you which, if you have to join a channel, I will send you an email, join this channel. So that's how it works. Now, other accounts, most of you guys probably already have some kind of Google account where you can access Google Docs. We'll do a lot of collaborative writing together in Google Docs, so you'll need an account that accesses Google. And also when we do video hangouts, like, well, I might want to get together with 4 of you and do a hangout, and do a video chat, and we'll use Google Hangouts for that. And as long as you have a Google account that does Google Apps, you will be all set for that. And it sounds like so many accounts, but I'm not overwhelming you, trust me. There's one last one, and that's an open annotation link. And so if you go to back to, hold on, let me share my screen again. Application window. All right. If you go back into Slack, you will see and you go back to the general channel, there's a pin there that says a link to our annotation tool to join. And if you click on that link, all right, all you have to do is just click on it, and that's good. And I will show you how that works. Okay. So I'm going to wait till everybody, you're going to have to sign up for that. So and while you guys are signing up, I will then wait and show everybody do that. It's really easy to sign up. And I have video tutorials for everything, and you'll have access to all the video tutorials as soon as this is over. But most of you are at the tutorial session, you'll learn how to set up. Let me just, online people that are watching, there's 3 of you right now. You can always pin and ask questions if you want. All right. Right now, everybody, for those who are at home, everyone is signing up for their hypothesis link. It's really cool. You can annotate any kind of websites. It's how we read together. Oh, and if you have a Chrome, it's a 1-button push too as well. All right. Okay, so, and this is how the annotations work. So I'm going to go back to the class website. Can somebody remind me, how can I get back to that class website? And well, anywhere is a good answer, but you can get there from Slack. You can just bookmark it. You can get there from the syllabus. You can get there. But yes, if you're in the general channels, everything is pinned. And so there's a link to the class website there. So I opened up the website. Good job. Join that group. Yeah. All right. Now, in the first module, what is children's literature, which we will start next Wednesday, because I spend this first week just making sure everybody can get online. You click on what is children's literature, and that last one, see the one that says May Show Win explores literacy spaces in and out of school spaces and communities of color? If you click on that 4th reading, Oh, you go.
Wait, are you in the hypothesis?
Well, no, I'm back. Let me show you. You already did that. Okay. Click on the class website. Click on what is children's literature, and scroll down to the Make Your Win reading. And now, when you're there, you are ready to annotate. All you do is you can highlight something. In what spaces do people of African descent engage in literature practices such as reading, writing, and speaking beyond school settings? And then I can just click on the annotate button, and then I can write something. I find it interesting that the author chooses to focus on out-of-school literacies. And then I can just post to that group. So if you scroll down now, you can actually click over on that little triangle, and it will show you any annotations that people have made. Oh, so you're in the public one. That's the class group. So click on that public up there, the little triangle. Oh, you're not. You need to log in. That's weird. I thought you did log in and all that.
Well, I have to.
Oh, okay, finish that.
I have to read my email, but it's not. I'm not going
You're logged in, right?
to confirm it.
Did you click on that? Did you click on join group?
Yes.
All right, let's go back to. I thought that's what. All right, so now in here, you can now click on that, and you can just annotate away. That's all you have to do. You can highlight, you can annotate. So once you underline it, it's better to use Chrome or Firefox, not Safari. Chrome or Firefox, it's hard to even call Safari a browser. But yeah, try it in a different. Try Chrome, and then it will work. All right. Yeah, and isn't that pretty cool? And you guys can all read. So each week there'll be one reading for you to annotate, and I might have fun and say, oh, you can only annotate with pictures, or but mainly it's just like any kind of note taking. Tool. So you guys can just go through that. And that's the tour of the class. That's all you need to do and everything that you need to set up. I was never presenting to everyone. I forgot to hit, you were screen sharing and I forgot to hit present to everyone. So that's pretty much, I'm going to demonstrate how to get back to the annotating again. Once you join the groups, you just click on from the reading. I'm in the blog. I can then click on the reading. It's set up to automatically launch. All the readings are set up to launch inside a hypothesis already. And